How y'all doing? Leroy here. I'm going to step in it today. We're going to talk about cultural appropriation. And I can already tell I'm about to get 47,000 people telling me I'm wrong on the internet, boy. But let me tell you what, I did research, y'all. I went on YouTube and I watched videos, and that's how you research. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? And the trick is to not just watch stuff you agree with, too. You know what I mean? So I think I got this whole thing figured out. Cultural appropriation, which, it really starts off as a weird term anyways. But I guess that Adele lady had like some kind of hairdo or something, and everybody's mad about it. And then I got to looking at that, and I'm like, well, you know, first of all, she can't do anything right lately, first, all of a sudden everybody's mad at her because she lost weight. Like, ain't that a good thing to do? And now she's got the wrong hairdo. I mean, you just can't win for losing sometimes. And so I was like, well, how did she get the wrong hairdo? And it's called them Bantu knots or something, braid kind of stuff. And it's to celebrate Jamaican culture and a certain tribe from Africa. And it's like, I got to looking, and it seemed like, where's the difference between appropriation and appreciation? You know what I mean? I mean, at what point can I sit down and eat a bowl of ramen? But is that appropriation or is that appreciation? Because I love me some ramen, man. That's some good stuff. But then you go back even further, and you're like, well, if I'm sitting here eating spaghetti, the Italians stole noodles from Chinese people. That Marco Polo dude that you yell about in the pool. Was that appropriation? I mean, how long ago does it have to be to just be, you know what I mean? Was it appropriation then, and now it's just don't count no more because it's old enough or something? I mean, how does that work? And then, like if I wear like an anime shirt, is that cultural appropriation or is that appreciation? You know what I mean? I don't have no anime shirts. Might be kind of cool if I had one. My son probably have to tell me like what the characters were and what they meant and all that kind of stuff. But I know about that Naruto fella though. He's that little kid, a little blonde-haired kid, runs around with his arms back. I mean, ain't that what that's about? Just running around with your arms, kind of funny. I know about that one because them people were going to break into Area 51, see about they were going to go visit the aliens, make sure that's all right. Which I think that's a noble cause. I mean, if we got all them aliens locked up, we got to make sure they're all right. You know what I mean? We can't be torturing them and stuff. They might be like a diplomat. We're just being a bunch of buttholes to them. And we got to check on them. You know what I mean? You got to get in there. But they were going to Naruto run. That's what they're going to do with their arms back. And I'm like, you going to trip and bust your face open is what you're going to do. That ain't a good way to run, I don't think. I don't know why they're going to run like that. But that's what they do in that anime show. And so I got thinking, but he's got blonde hair. Is that appropriation? Did they steal our hair or something? My hair used to be blonde when I was little. When I was little boy, little, like, 8, something like that. I had platinum blonde hair. And then all of a sudden it just, did whatever it wanted to. And then I still got it. I still got hair, not a ton of it, But that's probably because I got all these kids making me pull it out. I wonder, if I got a break, maybe it'd start growing back or whatever. But you gotta wonder, because I mean, in America, it's supposed to be like a melting pot. Like, are we supposed to be separating ourselves, or are we supposed to be coming together? There's appreciation and there's appropriation. So here's the way it was explained to me by one of them fellers on YouTube while I was researching. And he said there's appropriation, where you got a dominant culture, and they're like stealing ideas and they're claiming them as their own, and then and it don't help out people they're stealing it from, and then appreciation is just that. You just appreciate, you know what I mean? Like you eat a bowl of ramen and you're like, that's good. That's some good ramen. I appreciate this ramen. You know what I mean? Now, then there's assimilation, where you get the group with the less power. They wind up taking on characteristics of the dominant group just to kind of fit in. You know what I mean? And that's why you see people, they might be wearing like American clothes, but they're like from China or whatever, because they're just trying to fit in, and can't have people going around like, well, are you wearing a kimono or something? They do that. I know that's Japanese. I don't think they wear kimonos all the time, though. I think, is that special occasions, like kimono, like what you'd wear for like Sunday school kind of thing, or I gotta learn more about them kimonos. You know what I mean? I mean, they're pretty cool, but I don't know, like, is it appropriation if I wear a kimono to like church, or do I have to be doing like go to Japanese something, and then wear a kimono, and they're like, you should wear a kimono to this. At that point, can I go like, well, I can't wear one because that'd be cultural appropriation, and they'd be like, it's that's actually what you're just supposed to wear right now, and I'm like, I can't do it, And I tell you what, I'm from Louisiana, y'all. I get this cultural appropriation stuff. I really do. And you're going to be like, Leroy, you're white as hell. What the hell do you know about cultural appropriation other than doing it yourself? And I'm like, I ain't appropriating nothing, But I'll tell you what pissed me off when I was younger. We had we got some good food down in Louisiana, let me tell you. And that's where I was, born and raised, boy, Louisiana. Ain't much of it left this week, I guess, because boy, that was a hurricane, boy. Man, at one point, I'm wandering off on a rabbit trail here, but at one point, I'm looking at the eye of the hurricane, because I'm trying to keep my aunt apprised of the situation. I'm like, she's like, how long we got, till this back wall passes? And I'm like, well, shit, you ain't even out of the eye yet, That thing at one point was stretching clear from Natchitoches to Anacoco, man. It was crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that. That's big. That's huge. Y'all with no culture, that's a good 55, 60 miles right there. You know what I mean? It's a good ways, I think. I don't know how many miles it is. We don't measure stuff in miles in Louisiana. We go by how long it takes to get there, So it's about an hour's drive. That's how big the eye was. And anyways, so I tell you what, I lost we're appropriating. Anyways, so one day all of a sudden McDonald's had like this McCajun chicken sandwich. Y'all, it was the nastiest shit I ever seen in my life. I get the offense. McCajun chicken sandwich. You know what, McDonald's? Fuck you. I try not to swear too much in these videos, but fuck you, McDonald's. McCajun chicken sandwich. Look, y'all, Cajun food, just because it's Cajun doesn't mean it has to be red. Cajun is red and Creole is black, and y'all ain't got a fucking idea what you're talking about. Anyways, but I get it. I was mad, boy. Let me tell you what. I had to get one because it's like, well, let's see if they got it right. Nope. They ain't got it right. They just basically took some chicken and put some red shit on there, and we were like, all right, it's Cajun now. Nah. First of all, we don't really eat that kind of shit in Louisiana. We'll eat the hell out of the chicken sandwich, don't get me wrong. But we don't go like, hey, we're going to make this a Cajun chicken sandwich. You know how you make a Cajun chicken sandwich? Get a Cajun to make you a chicken sandwich, and then it's going to be a Cajun chicken sandwich. But that ain't one of our dishes, you know. We got that etouffee, we got that jambalaya, we got that gumbo, we got all kind of good stuff down there. I tell you what, ooh, that Cajun coming out. But let me tell you what. So, but you know what Cajuns got off that? Not a fucking thing. Not a goddamn thing that we get off that goddamn Cajun chicken sandwich from McDonald's. Bunch of bullshit. Let me tell you what. And this is a true story. I was in this restaurant in California, and they had a Cajun chicken sandwich there, and I was sitting there making fun of it because it's, guess what? It's a piece of chicken with some red shit on there. Next thing you know, and this is a true story, I swear to God, I wound up cooking food for like 30 people because they're like, well, you know, what do you know about it? And I'm like, I'm from Louisiana, you know, and they're like, well, if you know that much about Cajun food, you should cook some. So I did, and, you know, it was for a bunch of people. So next thing I know, I'm throwing down in the kitchen. Here I am, like 19 years old, trying to throw down in the kitchen for 30 people. But that's like a normal size, you know, that's about how much we cook anyway. So it was just like, I'll just make up some normal food. Here's a normal Monday dish, you know, and that should feed all of y'all. I'll just make 2-3 dishes, and that ain't, you know, y'all gonna have to put this stuff in the fridge for a while, you know what I mean? Y'all just eat on this the rest of the week, you know what I mean? We don't know how to cook small batches and stuff down in Louisiana. Anyways, but that's basically what cultural appropriation is, you know, they take your shit. You don't get a damn thing out of it. And worst part is they mess it all up. They don't know what it means. So you get these white girls at festivals wearing like feathers in their hats and shit, trying to dress up like they're some kind of Native American chieftain or some shit. You know, that's some sacred shit to the Native Americans. Them feathers, that's important shit. That you don't get to wear them feathers unless you earn them. You know what I mean? But then you got these fuckers like, hey, that looks cool, I'm gonna just do it. You don't understand a damn thing about it. Cajun chicken sandwich. And I know it ain't on the same level, but y'all, food is sacred to us down there. So it is kind of on the same level. So y'all, keep in mind, there's appropriation. They're stealing shit from people and not giving them any benefit. And then there's appreciation. Y'all got to remember that too. You can appreciate cultures, and there's no reason you can't incorporate some of that stuff. But make sure, you know, if you're using some spiritual elements, if you're using some spiritual elements, stuff of like another culture stuff, make sure you're doing it right and you understand, and you're not just, you know, I'm going down to the bar and I'm gonna wear these feathers in my hair because I think they look cool or whatever, all right? So anyway, I'm gonna get on off here. I'm gonna keep these kids on task up here. Boy, I tell you what, my 4-year-old's, boy, he's blazing on his schoolwork. Boy, he's got his letters down. We're working on M, and what was the other word? U. M and U. Those are the two. He just, for some reason, those letters. What? He's getting them, you know what I mean? So I hope I'll see y'all next time. Tell me I'm wrong down in the comments or whatever. I don't give a shit. So talk to you next time. Bye-bye.